is the Ministry of Information, J.R. Valray, and this is the Ministry of Information Podcast. You can subscribe at the Ministry of 411 Podcast on IG or the Ministry of Information Podcast on Patreon and YouTube. This is a podcast that's dedicated to culture.
How did you get into medicine? Did that go along with you getting into the human rights movement?
Part of it did, because I wanted to serve the needs of the people, and I thought medicine would be a good way of doing it also.
To finances and crypto.
Now, decentralization is removing the middleman. It's removing big data. I want to send somebody to you want to send some money to me. We're going to take out the middleman here. We just need somebody to agree that you have what you have and I have what I have.
And how does that happen?
So there's something called
history, fitness, diet, and so many other things.
Trail, get all the candy you want to eat and shit out, bro.
Don't worry about it. Hey, hold up. You got 3 more summers of young. And then the 30, that's what it is. I'm old right now. Make sure you tap in or get left out. Subscribe.
I gotta pull something I don't think I ever talked to you about. I got it from one of your partners, but you was actually there during the birth of the West Coast. From what I hear, you, Dale, and A+ was actually in Ice Cube's studio when he broke away from N.W.A.
Oh yeah,
and y'all actually played a part in Ice Cube's first 2 records. Is that true?
Dale wrote for Ice Cube on the first couple. Dale is in the lynch mob.
So when he broke away from N.W.A., you was there.
Yeah.
What was going on, man? Tell us what was going on when you, Dale, and A+ got in the car to go to Ice Cube house.
Oh no, I don't know if we was physically there right then, but we was definitely.
I'm not saying that day, but I'm saying what kind of energy was around? Because I mean, hip hop was more of an East Coast thing. We had a little bit going on, and N.W.A. was the cornerstone.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Let's start like this. Excuse my language. Cube was that nigga, man. Like,
right.
We could talk Pac all day. We can talk Scarface all day. No Ice Cube, no Scarface, no Pac.
You right.
Period. Cube was so much that nigga. He had nigga on his hat, and everybody was like, yeah, because he's that. You know what I'm saying? No bitch killer on his hat. Niggas was like, yeah, like wait, maybe, yeah. You feel me? So Cube was when he stepped away, and then he decided to go to the East Coast to make records with the Bomb Squad and Public Enemy, and this before he had got the quote unquote knowledge and all that kind of stuff, and Death Certificate was maybe the record where he was really talking some real serious, always political. Like Fuck the Police is a political record, right? True. It's not a gangster record; it's a political record, right? Young nigga got it bad because I'm brown. That's the first line, right? Coming straight from the underground. Fuck the police, coming straight from the underground. Young nigga got it bad because I'm brown, and he wasn't talking about underground rap. He was talking about below, you know what I'm saying? The streets, whatever you want to call it, like not the mainstream. So always political, but I think when he went and got up with Chuck D and all them in the Bomb Squad, his music, not to take anything away from Dre, right? N.W.A.'s first album, all that first stuff is a masterpiece. N.W.A.'s second, that Niggas for Life album, come on now. I was definitely riding around knocking that shit, even though I wasn't supposed to. Right. You know what I'm saying? As a kid and as the Cubes, I'm on the Cube team, right? But so when he stepped away, I think he stepped into the unknown, but he was that nigga. Like Ice Cube first album, do you know like that? You know, I mean, niggas decided to just quit school and become gangsters that day. Like, as soon as they hear what's the first, fuck you, Ice Cube. They're like, yeah, the nigga you love to hate. Right. They're like, that's me. That's me. You know, like, so I don't think it was a tough. He didn't have no fear. I mean, but look at Cube now. Look at Cube now.
But I'm saying, even behind the scenes, y'all knew him before he was the Superman. Did he have the confidence when y'all came in the studio? Was he the Cube that we thought he was?
Cube is funny as shit, dude. Cube is funny. Obviously, we know now, right?
Right.
But he was, back in the day, he has a scary look, right? He got them eyebrows, right? That's his natural look is a mean mug, right? So. We met him, and it's Del Cousins, so he capping on him, and who ride all that shit. So it was like we didn't, you know what I'm saying? No, confidence of capping is probably where the dozens is where rap come from.
Right.
So you build your confidence through talking shit, right?
Right.
And he was a major shit talker. But I mean, I've heard Ice Cube demos. I heard the stuff from when he was in CIA, all that kind of stuff. Actually, Ice Cube was going to be an architect. So it somewhere in my DNA that occurs too. Like he was going to go. I think he started college to go into the architecture program.
Wow.
And then stepped away because he became Ice Cube.
But you said that Dale and Ice Cube is cousins, and I know that they cousins, same family.
Yeah, first cousins.
First cousins.
Yeah.
People would not consider Dale and Ice Cube in the same house hanging out because Dale has like skateboard, mushroom, underground culture of hip hop, the more artistic aspect, and then Ice Cube is the streets, the controversy, the FBI sending warnings and trying to threaten the record company behind what Cube is saying. I mean, did you not see that dichotomy even though you was brought up around
So
it?
we're inside of it, right? And then you got to think about it like this. I got cousins that are doctors. I got cousins that are in the pen. Same family. First cousins. Not my cousin's daughter. Not first cousins. Literally cousins that are, on their way to being millionaires. And cousins that I'm like, these walking horse packages is beating my ass, doggy. Right. You know what I'm saying? No, can you call somebody else for this one this month?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or this quarter, So I think as African Americans or whatever you want to call us, Africans in America, how far are any of us from like being all the way in the streets? How far is any American, right? 80% of Americans one check away from having to make you lay it down if they were going to survive, right? So it's not, but I think there's not really a dichotomy, right? Everybody got a crazy weirdo cousin. It's probably their favorite cousin, but your mom won't let you spend the night over there because this nigga probably gonna be doing drugs or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got their other cousin that he come in and rub your head and shit and dip right back out after he run in his room and go get a big ass thumper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
it's not
same household.
It's same household even, right? They might even be brothers.
Right.
You feel me? So it never was weird like that. I think that's just part of the black experience. It's the same with, I think we used to color differences, hair texture, all these things that diversity and all, like our whole families be diverse. Your grandma might be light skinned, your grandpa hella dark, you come out one color, your sister might have green eyes and be chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things is in one nuclear family, right?
Right.
So it wasn't a dichotomy. I think that's more the industry
doing that.
Doing that, right? I think everybody got a cousin that's like old school Cube. And then also, let's put it this way: Cube is a jokester. Dell is a jokester. Dell could be a stand-up comedian. Cube could be a stand. I mean, he makes fun. He makes comedy movies that he writes.
Right.
He ain't just in them. He writes them.
Right.
So they're not really that different, And when they are together, it's family vibes. It don't even be no rap shit. It'd be all family, like regular shit. And that's how we were kids coming up around this. So
and
we Dell little brothers,
But people don't even know that some of y'all in Hiero been together since first grade.
Kindergarten.
Who's
Me,
you with?
Casual, and A+ been in school since kindergarten. Miss Fransman's class. What is that? Miss Fransman's class, Howard Elementary.
So you
on the
knew
hill.
So you knew these dudes your whole life.
Whole life. I can pull up pictures of me not even being able to write, putting John under Casual and Adam over, all like written bad handwriting, in pen because I didn't know that shit wouldn't come off.
That's dope.
Yeah. No, man, having a good circle and a solid circle, like that's a blessing that.
What is the key to that? Because I know with 10 dudes, y'all got to have issues at certain times. What is the key to keeping 10 dudes for life together?
Excuse me. The basis of our bond is love. It's not hip hop. It's not even that we all from 82nd. You know what I'm saying though? And that's a good enough basis a lot of times, right? True. Like, look, we from over here, niggas can't come over here. We about to, this is us, Mm-hmm. But I think as we grew and expanded and traveled and we had these experiences together, the love grows more, right? And then on top of that, we all into hip hop and we successful at it and we all talented at it and help build each other up. Like the respect that you had, like Casual saying, hey, bruh, you should buy this. It's $700 or 70, either 70 or 700. Put 100 bands on it. I'm telling you, you're gonna be straight, right? And that game could have got me 10, 20 M's. That's real. You feel what I'm saying? No, that's real love. Because he could have kept that to himself. and just been like, nigga, when I come through in the Rari, these niggas ain't finna say shit. You feel?
Right. He shared
feel
his
what I'm
game.
saying? And it wasn't to impress me with his knowledge. He was literally like
Trying to build his brother.
Yeah, I see you doing this. Well, do that. You know what I'm saying? And because some of this was dangerous too. You feel me? So I don't talk too much. Anyways, like,
Are you good?
yeah, that love is cultivated through experiences and showing love to each other. And we all been down bad and things, go through shit and had interactions that were less than ideal with each other. But the basis, I'm talking about with things out.
Yeah.
These and those. You feel what I'm saying? No pokey things, smoky things, all the things. You feel what I'm saying? No, like that's not, and then I'm not trying to reveal too much.
Right.
But what I'm saying is not just regular,
Right.
less than ideal interactions.
Right.
Interactions where it'd be like, hey, bro, this ain't it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Though
Right.
this is your brother. The same way brothers in a family have that same thing. You're not about to be beating up on me just because you bigger, dog.
Me and Roy was just talking
You know what I'm
about
saying?
that,
No,
yeah.
like you're not about to be beating up on me because you bigger. I don't care what you're doing out there. I know you. I know you.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is not gonna happen again, and I'm gonna make sure it's not gonna happen again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, so we've been through all that, but even in those times when Cat's been on the ledge, on the precipice of making mistakes that will change everybody's life forever, the love, it's a glimmer. You see something, it's like when you see a crazy person and you be like, not today, doggy. And they be like,
And you see that
I feel you. I'm going to go this other way. Right?
Right.
So that glimmer, that's the love that brings it back. And I think we're in a wonderful place right now. We all good, interacting. It's been difficult with COVID because we got families and we got our kids is in school. We got to make sure that they safe and protected first and foremost. So we can't be doing it how we do it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that has only made it so the fondness grows because we like, damn, I ain't been with my dogs in a sprinter. You know what I'm saying?
Not
though,
in a long time.
Talking shit about these rappers in a long time. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Though I ain't even had it. I don't even know if they've heard this project. you
Well, I
know?
was gonna ask you. Last question: how has the pandemic affected your rap career?
I've done 4 shows in 3 years.
4 shows.
Yeah.
That's it. And
4.
you was doing what? 4 shows in a week, 2 weeks?
100 a year minimum.
100 a year minimum. Now you
Minimum.
in 4 in 2 years.
Yeah, so I mean, we talk about. I'll put it this way: I've made more money off architecture than I've ever made off rap in a year, right? So that it helped me understand that there are other ways to get your paper, and you don't just got to rely upon rapping in front of people for money,